Today I will talk about how to post on social media, of which the posting on LinkedIn and Facebook is free, except for the image generation part, and posting on Twitter is paid, although the payments are very nominal. And I will talk about N8N workflow. This is part of my series of lectures on Agentic AI. I am interested in business analytics and generative AI, and this is my personal website, and this is my Google Scholar page. This is outline of my lecture. First of all, I will describe the credentials, and then I'll talk about the posting on LinkedIn, followed by Facebook, and then on Twitter. To post on any social media, we need to have the credentials, and the credentials are very similar to obtain from these various social media sites. And I have summarized it as, first of all, we need to log in to a particular social media account. Then there is a project under which we have an application. And in application, we need to define the use case and permissions. And then we can have the client ID and client secret. And for these, we need to have callback URL. This we get from N8N workflow. Then we need to have a company URL. We can have access token, especially in case of Facebook. And we need credit for posting on Twitter. For generation of credentials for LinkedIn, we need to go to the developer site and we need to create an app. We need the name, we need the LinkedIn page, then we need to have a privacy policy URL, and this is usually on our company website. We need to have application logo and we need to agree to the legal agreement. Then we can open the newly created app and we can have the client ID and client secret from the auth option. And in OAuth 2 settings, we need to paste the redirect URL which we get from N8N. We need to have these two products in our application. First one is share on LinkedIn, and the second is sign in with LinkedIn using OpenID Connect. For Facebook credentials, we need to go to developer site for Facebook and we need to create a new app. For creating new app, we need to have name, then contact email, and we need to select business as the application type. And we need to define the use cases. Uh, to customize the use case, we can have these commonly used options. One is connect with customers through WhatsApp. This is relevant to my previous lecture. And this is for posting on Facebook. That is manage everything on your page, this option. And for this, we need to have the permissions for the business management, page manage metadata, page manage post, page read engagement, page show list, and public profile. Then we need to go to the basic application settings to get the application ID and application secret. And we need to provide the privacy policy URL and contact email. And we can have the version and client token from the advanced application settings. We need to have access token so that we can post on the Facebook. For that, we need to go to this site. This is the URL, and we select the application which we have created previously, and then we need to choose get user access token. And these permissions, as I have described in my previous slide, these permissions are required to successfully post on Facebook. The access token generated is a short-lived token, and to get a long-lived token, we need to go to debugger tool site of Meta, and where we need to follow these steps to get the long-term access token. For Twitter, we need to go to the developer site of x.com and we purchase credits. Then we see the project details and we create an app. From the app, we have the OAuth 2 client ID and client secret, and we need to set the permissions. These permissions we need to have. First of all, read and write, then type of application should be application, automated and bot, and we need to provide callback URL and website URL. And after setting these, we need to regenerate the client secret again so that the client secret is applicable for these settings. For access to Google Drive, because in my lecture, one of the posting require Google Drive, we need to go to the console.cloud.google.com. We sign in and we are always working in a project. We can also create a new project and we need to search for APIs and services and we can search Drive there and then we need to enable it. If it is already enabled, we need to manage it and then we can have Google Auth platform and add new client with authorized redirect URL. Then in credentials, we add new credentials with OAuth client and then we create OAuth client ID where application type should be web application. We provide name of the application and we add the redirect URL. So all these steps are very similar. There are slight differences, and these steps may change over the year because the situation is very rapidly evolving. So you can always go to the Google and ask for how to get the credentials. Then let us see how to post on LinkedIn. So this is a very short workflow. We have a trigger here, and then we need to generate an image, and then we need to create a text of the post and combine with this image, and post is then live on LinkedIn. So this part, generate image, is actually paid, whereas this LinkedIn part is free. So to generate an image, we use generate an image from OpenAI. For this, we need to have credentials of OpenAI. This is how we make the settings. Resource is image and operation is generate an image. And this is the actually model which we use to generate an image. And this is the prompt, which type of or how our image should be. And this is the option for quality and resolution. This is the node to create a post. This is the text part of our post. And we have media here as image, and we have the input data in the form of binary from the previous node because this generate a binary output of image. And this is about the credentials from the LinkedIn. We need to have client ID and client secret. Then to post on Facebook, we have this workflow. We have a trigger, we have generate an image. This is OpenAI node. Then we upload the image on Google Drive and we alter the share permissions on Google Drive so that anyone can use the image. Then we can just post the text and image on Facebook. So this is the part which is creating an image. This is similar to our previous workflow. This is the part to upload the generated image on Google Drive. And we need to have a Google Drive account. This is the credentials. We need to have client ID, client secret. And this is how we upload the data. And I have defined file name as my image along with the uh, text part, which is variable depending on the time. And this is the location of my drive, and I want to put the image in the root folder. So this is to alter the share permissions of an existing file on Google Drive. This is the ID which we got from the previous node, and we set the permission, role as reader and type as anyone. So this is how we alter the permission, and this is to post on Facebook. So these are the settings actually. These are the credentials here. We need to have an access token. Then this is my long-term access token. And this is how we get the URL of our image. And this is the text part of the message. So this is the message which we have generated and posted using the artificial intelligence. Then posting on Twitter. This is the workflow. To post on Twitter, we need to generate an image. Then we need to have a HTTP request node, and then we create post on Twitter. So this HTTP request is required to upload the media file generated here to the Twitter account. So this is the image generation part. This is similar to my previous workflows. And this is to upload the image generated on X. We use the HTTP request node, and we set the method as post. This is the URL of the Twitter, and this is how we set the credentials here. I'll show you more. And so the method is post, and this is the URL, and the body content type is from form data, and the body media category is the tweet image, and this is the binary file which is in the form of data. So this is how we upload the image on Twitter, and we get here as the ID, and this ID is required here to post the image and this text part on Twitter. This is the result. We have image here and we have the text data. So this is my GitHub project where I have stored all my N8N workflows. Thank you.